Let's talk about the power struggle in the Middle East, how the United States is losing control of the narrative and resorting, once again, to fear-mongering to prop up Israel and preserve its own crumbling influence. Since October 7, the region has shifted. Public opinion across the Arab world is not just anti-Israel, it's anti-normalization, anti-complacency, and increasingly anti-USA. Call it a mass awakening. Massive protests from Rabat to Baghdad, diplomatic snubs, and growing resistance to US-dictated normalization agreements have made one thing clear. Washington is losing its grip on regional loyalty. So how does Washington respond? It revives the same tired strategy: fear. Iran is expanding. Hamas is a global threat. Hezbollah is destabilizing Lebanon. This is the same script used after 9/11 in Iraq, in Syria, and Yemen. Paint the enemy in ideological extremes, cast Israel as the lone democracy under threat, and justify billions in weapons shipments and blank check diplomacy, no matter the civilian cost. The purpose isn't truth, it's justification. Justification for arming Israel, for policing the region, and for drowning out an American fear. Independent, defiant Arab voices. But it doesn't stop at rhetoric. In places like post-war Lebanon and Syria, US involvement comes with strings, and those strings strangle national sovereignty. Billions in aid and IMF negotiations are dangled in front of broken economies, but only if these governments abandon regional alliances that challenge Israel. In effect, the US is not rebuilding nations. It's redesigning them, installing proxy leaderships that stay neutral on Israel, hostile to resistance groups, and obedient to Western interests. It's not diplomacy, it's quiet occupation through exhaustion. But the people see it. The region is no longer fooled by the language of stability and reform when it means submission. Across the global south, voices are growing louder, challenging US dictates, rejecting the notion that peace means protecting Israel while punishing its victims. Arab populations are calling out the double standards. Latin America is pulling ambassadors. Even within the US, cracks are forming in Congress, in universities, in the streets. China, Russia, and others are stepping into the vacuum, not just with weapons or loans, but with recognition of sovereignty and a rejection of the old order. So here's the truth. The US may still control the bombs, the banks, and the airspace, but it no longer controls the narrative. The age of fear-mongering in defense of Israel is crumbling, and in its place, the region is remembering what dignity sounds like.